I mean, of course, we want the justice system to be accurate. Of course, we do. We do not want to execute anybody who is innocent. We want to make sure that the system works. That being said, we have a big case which is pending in our county. And so my opinion is if any case should be, that might be one. But no, I still think the worst of the worst cases, the cases that just shock you, and you think, how could somebody do this? I know there's several big cases, got a lot of publicity around the state. It's just like there's no punishment that's bad enough for these people. So I still think there is a place for it. I understand that maybe it's not going to exist in Illinois after today, but my opinion is there's still a place for it. I also wonder about police officers, prison guards who are guarding murderers. What's the incentive for them not to do? If you're mad at a guard, what are you going to get? Another life sentence? I think there's examples of cases that is just that we need it for the most shocking cases. I don't think anybody wants it to be used routinely. I do believe since in recent years, the last 10, 15 years, technology has changed. We have DNA now that we didn't have before. A lot of the cases where there's been defendants exonerated have been because of DNA, which we now have. We have DNA. We have fingerprints. We have all sorts of forensic technology. Besides the fact, now we have the safeguards in the interview process, interrogation process of suspects. Now they have to be recorded. So I mean, I do believe the chance of, I think the risk is much less now than it was 20 years ago of convicting an innocent person. I think the risk is much less. That being said, it may be a moot point after today. So.
But there are still people who have been innocent and were convicted.
Absolutely, and none of us wants to see that. And when you hear those stories, I mean, it bothers law enforcement just like it bothers you. We don't want an innocent person to be convicted.
Isn't life in prison enough? Because some people say that killing the murderer doesn't necessarily bring their family member back to life.
Right. I don't know. I suppose maybe I'm the wrong person to ask. Our job is to enforce the law of the land. Whatever the state of Illinois says and the United States government, we will follow. We all take an oath to follow it, so we will follow the law. But then again, as I said before, some of the most shocking cases, the case over in Beeson. Gosh, what? I don't know. Ask a family member that. What do they think should happen? And as I said before, somebody's doing life in a prison for murder. What's preventing from doing it to a prison guard? You're mad at him, or your cellmate. You're mad at him. I don't know. I still think there are instances where it may be justified. Maybe in the past has it been overused? I don't know. But somebody else can answer that question. But
sorry to make you repeat yourself if you've already answered this, but are there any pending death penalty cases in Morgan County?
Well, there's one big murder case which happened last August, and the state's attorney hasn't publicly stated if he was going to seek death penalty or not. I think he was kind of waiting to see what was going to happen here at the Capitol, and it sounds like that question may have been answered today, or is going to be answered today. So,
it doesn't go into effect until July 1st, so if you kind of like...
Yeah, but I got a feeling from here on out it'd be a moot point. I don't think a death penalty case would happen time you have the appeal process and all that. I don't think any state's attorney anywhere in the state would, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that, but from here on out, if the governor does sign that law, then I think it's probably over. I think from here on out, everybody will look at it, case as, without the death penalty as a possibility.
Can you tell me a little bit about that case? Just a few
Well, it was a lady who was out walking one morning for a morning walk, and she came home and basically interrupted a burglary. A man from Springfield here, from this area, who has been arrested. He's been arrested. He's still in our jail. He hasn't. His case is still pending. But basically, from the way it looks, she just interrupted burglary. So,
It was a shooting?
right, shooting. Yeah, she was shot.
And where did that happen?
In Morgan County, the eastern part of our county, near Alexander.
What was the name of the person?
Her name was Hoagland.
Who's what?
Diane Hoagland was the victim.
And I'm sorry if you've already answered this too, but how about the idea of the death penalty acting as a deterrent to crime? That would probably apply more to your situation if you see, like, the death penalty goes away and then all of a sudden there's this spike in crime.
I think it is a deterrent. I think I can't say how much, but I do think it is a deterrent. I don't know if somebody may have some statistics somewhere on that. I don't know. My opinion is I think it is a deterrent, but I couldn't tell you how much.